Well, good morning. Happy Friday. It is December 5th. I'm having to re-record this. Little frustrating, but it's all good. It's part of the business, part of things that happen. Um, and so, yeah, it is December 5th. I can't believe it is already December. Um, it is cold. It's my ice machine making ice. I only use ice so that I can shake my drinks because I put in hydration packets or pre workout or creatine or whatever. So I have a frother that I use for my protein powders because, yeah, that makes more sense. But the ice, it shakes it down and then it makes it kind of cold, but not cold. I don't like ice. So, anyway, it is December 5th. It is cold outside. When I got home, my car said it was 41 degrees and it feels like 38 is what weather.com said. And yeah, it does. I had to check what time it was, like 5 that I walked Chance, my dog. Um, and it was cold. My hands have been freezing, so I got to get I think one pair of gloves is in my gym bag, and I got to figure out where the other ones are because I got to match it. I got gray and I got black. So, anyway, it is cold. Thankfully, my house is nice and warm, so I am finally warmed up. I can feel my fingers. Both walks, I like could not feel my fingers. I was like, dog, I don't know about this 40 degrees. He's like, but I want to go. He jumps up and down. He's so happy. Again, why I'm vegan. Yeah, that's what animals do. All animals do it, right? So, yeah. Uh, I use Astrobella. Astrobella is the app that tells me my astrological things. So you put in your date of birth as well as what time and where you're born, and it will tell you what your rising and your moon are. Now, your sun is when you were born. If you know what month, date you were born, then you can tell what that is. Um, the other two are based on the time and the place that you were born. Your sun is, your who you are. Your rising is your core, and your moon is your home. So I use that, but it has compatibility feature. It has a friends feature. It tells you how your friends are like. It's not a magic. It's not going to tell you the future, anything like that. It is to tell you what the energy is in the universe, what you're working with, the happiness, the downfalls, all these things. Again, it's not telling you what's going to happen. It's not it can't tell the future, fortune teller, but it does tell you what you're working with in the energy. It also has a tarot card reader, and it was perfect for me for today. But it said that I embrace my losses and pain. I move forward with what I I still have. I'd have to look it up. It's on my phone to tell you the exact wording, but it made sense. It made sense to me. I've been getting feelings, and I've always had these. There's a lot that said that happened when I was a kid. That happened like even when I lay in my bed. I love to lay in my bed, and I realized this because I didn't get to have a bed as a child. When I say crackhead parents and their crackhead friends, I literally meant crackhead parents and their crackhead friends, whether it was crack or meth or like whatever they got their hands on, right? Um, yeah, they let their friends sleep in my bed and I slept on the floor of the couch. That's just what we did. At times we were all in a studio apartment sleeping together. Um, I used to sleep on my dad's studio and wake up and there were roaches just scurrying the walls. You didn't want to turn the lights on because you didn't want to see it, but you didn't not want to turn the lights on because you didn't want to step on one. So, anyway, I realized that I like laying in my bed because I didn't get to do that. I like laying on my couch because I grew up living on couches. I have a very comfortable couch, so back and forth. But feelings like that, feelings of, Dave and I were not in the best place this time right before he passed. We went out for my best friend's birthday's next week. We went out to New Orleans with everybody, and it was a good time, but not a great time. The second we started drinking, things escalated. It just wasn't great. And so things have changed, and I am grateful for that, and I move forward with that. And I understand that now. In the past, I would feel these things and I would drink to kill that pain. Now, I don't. I don't do that. I feel them, I acknowledge them, I understand them, and that's why I talk about them. I talk about them to help others that might also be going through something similar, and how we can work through this so that we're not doing something that's harmful to us, to our body, to the people that we love, right? That's a big part. The way that we feel things, we react to other people with those feelings, whether we realize it or not. The way you say something to someone, the way you respond to somebody, that means everything. The words that we use, the words that we choose. And so, yeah, that's why I don't drink anymore. That's also, I realized that toxins from meat, the fears from the animals, things like that, those were inside me. Those go inside you. I actually had somebody that I did a talk with, and she said that the reason they went vegan was her daughter started having suicidal thoughts to go to the doctor, and the doctor's like, it's from the animal products. She is getting those fears from the animals, and it's making her crazy. They give up meat, dairy, all the things. They went vegan, and she was good. This woman was on 18 different medications. Nope, not after that. And so her husband eventually, when now they have a food truck, Bear Sheets 129. If you didn't know, Genesis and Bear Sheets, I think I talk about this in my other one I haven't posted yet. Both of those talk about the seeds and plants that we should be planting and living off of. It talks about plant-based. I am not a religious person. There's much more that comes well before the Bible came out. But they didn't introduce meat until the Noah's Ark, and that's where animals came in. Why? Because they didn't have another option. If you have another option, why wouldn't you choose something that is plant-based rather than a dead animal? If you think about it, animals are inseminated. They don't just get to go have sex. They're inseminated. They have their babies torn from them. They are constantly inseminated to keep going, or they're constantly milked, or they are slaughtered. Like, they don't just get to live happily unless there's a sanctuary that saves them, or they're running free and wild. So, again, back to why I went vegan. Didn't resonate until I heard it and was like, oh my God. But getting animal product, getting alcohol, getting these things out helped. And again, retrogrades, things get tense and things get tight. Right now I feel good. I feel really good. If you're following me on Instagram, I am posing, I am doing all kinds of things. I am so happy with everything that I have going on. It's exciting. I bought a posing package that I want to say was 16 or 18 weeks. Beginning of the year, I was like, I'm gonna do it through the end of the year. Cool. Lifed, and it didn't happen. So I have 8 left with 4 weeks left in the year. They just don't roll over to the next year. So I'm doing 2 a week, 2 weeks to the end of the year. This is happening. And then next year I'll probably use 2 different people and do 2 a year, or 2 a week, to make sure that, like, getting your body to look the way you want it to look is definitely important. But getting, like, how you pose it, how you show it is the biggest part, because you turn one way, even though you look fantastic, you turn one way, it's not highlighting you at the best of your ability. So that's what I'm finding is, yeah, posing is difficult. I wasn't comfortable walking. I wasn't comfortable turning. I have a complex move that she's giving me, and it's going well. It looks good. I'm loving it. So very, very happy with that. So I will continue posing, but I can feel the good energy, and that's part of why I use this astrology app, is it tells me the energy that I'm working with. I'm like, oh yeah, that resonates. Or I put my friends in it. It has the friends or compatibility or whatever, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense for what I've seen them post, or the response I got, or whatever. And so yeah, I feel good. We'll see how I feel in a couple weeks. Maybe next week I'm supposed to get my period. I feel like I'm gonna get hungry, although I haven't been eating lunch lately. I've been going straight to dinner, which has been a big dinner, and I actually really like that, so I'm gonna try to keep with it. And yeah, I will post Mondays, do some edits, post Mondays, and then a few days later I'll post this, and by then we'll be on to a new one.